The adventurer world operates as a brutal meat grinder. Deep in the dark dungeons, these heavy human shields bleed into the mud to hold back massive Calamity-class beasts. Survive long enough to hit level 5, and you become a celebrity god in the Forgotten Border Kingdoms. But stepping through the white stone gates of the imperial capital turns that exact same badge into the equivalent of a glorified janitor. To matter in this city, you have to look toward the absolute peak of the violent hierarchy. Level 8, an active rank reserved for mythical figures capable of soloing ancient black dragons and altering the fate of entire empires. And towering above them all is the capital's only active level 8, a legendary phantom known as Thousand Strings. His record is an unbroken streak of miracles, curing cursed soil with a pendant, annihilating apocalyptic dragons in craters, and dismantling syndicates from the shadows. Yet, whenever the royal knights arrive to offer millions in gold in absolute glory, they only ever find his footprints leading away from the battlefield, cementing his reputation as an unfathomable, selfless saint, which makes it incredibly inconvenient when you look closely enough to realize the untouchable hero is a complete and total fraud. Meet Kian Astor, a powerless slacker with absolutely zero mana, whose greatest ambition in life is to lie completely flat on the floor, read a comic book, and take a long nap without anyone bothering him. Whenever the association tries to assign him a dangerous promotion exam, he immediately packs a cheap bag, sneaks out the back door of the tavern, and flees to the most isolated canyons on the map. That his cowardice is cursed with aggressively terrible luck, placing him directly at the center of world-ending threats, where he accidentally neutralizes 100 spatial pates by dropping a cracked mirror and a broken crystal into the mud. This constant string of accidental victories creates a terrifying side effect, drawing in a party of hyper-lethal teenagers who interpret his quiet panic as profound tactical wisdom. Desperate to fire them before they drag him into an early grave, Kian assigns his team entirely suicidal tasks, staring down a fragile teenage elf and flatly ordering her to fight exclusively on the front lines as a swordsman. Instead of quitting, she shatters the laws of magical physics, backflipping 10 meters into the gray sky to casually slaughter titans with a glowing staff, completely crediting Kian's brilliant teaching methods for her success. Every ridiculous attempt he makes to sabotage his own party only pushes their combat limits higher, dragging Kian directly into the horrifying political spotlight he is desperately trying to avoid. Trapped on a grand wooden stage to accept a historic double promotion to level 8, a roaring crowd worships his perfectly stoic face, while Kian internally drafts his own will in pure, suffocating terror. Fleeing a noble's high-stakes subjugation quest for a quiet vacation, he accidentally drives his carriage straight into a dark mage army, inadvertently routing 3,000 hardened bandits through the sheer intimidation of his presence. Elite, battle-scarred veterans drop to their knees in the dirt to revere a guy who just wants to sleep. An angry royal princess scrubs his boots, while he ignores her entirely to read a picture book. Discover the hilarious paradox of surviving at the very top of the food chain in "My certification level keeps rising, but all I do is laze around," and read the full story now on the WebNovel app.